Most people have at least one animal phobia, whether it's a fear of sharks because of scary movies or a fear of anything that creeps and crawls. But which animals should you really be afraid of? You might be surprised by the answer. Beasts of all shapes and sizes can be deadly if they are big enough. Some kill a lot of people on purpose, while others are less well known but very dangerous when they come into contact with people. It's just one reason why people who care about animals and wise tour guides always tell people not to touch or interact with wild animals. Here are top 10 dangerous animals you should run away from. However, before we start our countdown, we would appreciate it if you would subscribe to our YouTube channel and also press the bell icon. Let's get started. 10. Sawscale Indian Viper. Even though many snake species have enough poison to kill a person, not all of them are as smart as the Indian Sawscale viper. These snakes, which sometimes go by the name Little Indian Viper or Sawscale Viper, live in some of the most populated parts of their range, which goes well beyond India. But they stay out of sight by using their natural camouflage to blend in with the desert. Since they are usually active at night, it's best to listen for their defensive sizzling sound. This comes from a behavior called stridulation, in which the snake coils up and rubs its scales together. Even when warned, Sawscale vipers are very aggressive, and each bite has more than twice the amount of poison that could kill. 9. Pufferfish. Pufferfish, which are also called blowfish, can be found in tropical seas all over the world. Even though they're the second most poisonous vertebrates on the planet, after the golden arrow dart frog, they're arguably more dangerous because their neurotoxin, called tetrodotoxin, is found in the fish's skin, muscle tissue, liver, kidneys, and gonads, all of which must be avoided when preparing the creature for human consumption. Even though meeting a pufferfish in the wild is dangerous, the risk of dying from it goes up when you eat it in places like Japan, where it is a delicacy called fugu and can only be made by trained, licensed chefs. Even so, there are still a number of accidental deaths caused by ingestion every year. The tetrodotoxin is up to 1,200 times more poisonous than cyanide. It can make your tongue and lips numb, make you feel sick, make you throw up, change your heartbeat, make it hard to breathe, paralyze your muscles, and kill you if you don't get help. 8. Inland Taipan. First, the good news. Inland Taipan snakes, which Aboriginal Australians call Dandurabilla, are shy, calm snakes that are unlikely to attack people without a reason. The bad news is that inland taipans are well equipped to defend themselves when people sneak up on them or try to catch them. People think that inland taipans have the most dangerous venom of any snake on Earth, and when they need to, they strike quickly and accurately. And did we say that they evolved in order to kill mammals? One bite can kill 100 grown people by destroying their organs, causing seizures, and paralyzing them until they die. The only antivenin that exists is made for the cousin of the inland taipan that lives on the coast. And since the snake lives in a remote area, it is unlikely that it will be available quickly. Most inland taipan victims are herpetologists and people who work with snakes for a living, but anyone exploring the outback should keep an eye out. 7. Brazilian wandering spider. If this spider's size, it can be between 5 and 7 inches long, isn't enough to give you a heart attack, its highly poisonous bite will do it. Many spiders have poison-filled fangs, but it's not known if they bite people. The Brazilian wandering spider is not one of these, which is a shame. Even worse, this spider often lives up to its name and wanders into heavily populated areas in search of dark, warm places to hide, like inside shoes, clothes, log piles, cars, and other places where people might put their hands. People can die from a bite within 2 to 6 hours, usually because their lungs stop working. Fever, vomiting, and paralysis can also happen. Bites from Brazilian wandering spiders are rare, but you shouldn't relax when you're in their territory. 6. Stonefish. The most poisonous fish we know of is one that is easy to miss. This is on purpose. Stonefish are called that because they look like rocks. They sit perfectly still and blend right into the sea bed, making it easy for an unwary foot to step on their dorsal fins, which are ready to attack with powerful neurotoxins. The unluckiest clodhoppers will step hard, applying more pressure and increasing the amount of venom that gets injected. They may also set off the stonefish's secondary defense, called a lacrimal saber, which has been compared to a switchblade of the face. Stonefish venom can kill in less than an hour, so victims need to get antivenom as soon as possible. In the meantime, they can use water heated to over 113 degrees Fahrenheit to break down the venom. Just watch where you step is a lot easier. 5. Saltwater crocodile. Alligators in Florida may be scary, but their cousin, the crocodile, is even scarier. The crocodile has a shorter fuse, is easier to anger, and will attack anything that gets in its way. The saltwater crocodile is the biggest and most dangerous animal in the world. Crocodiles can grow up to 23 feet long and weigh more than a ton. They are known to kill hundreds of people every year. In fact, crocodiles kill more people every year than sharks do. Saltwater crocodiles are especially dangerous because they can swim well in both saltwater and freshwater. Yes, their name is confusing, and they can strike quickly with a bite that has as much force as a T-Rex. If that doesn't scare you enough, think about it this way. People bite into a well-done steak at around 200 psi, which is only 5% of what a salty can do. 4. Tsetse fly. The flies themselves are nasty blood-sucking bugs that usually feed when it is warmest during the day. However, it is the parasites they spread called trypanosomes that are the real danger. African sleeping sickness is caused by these tiny pathogens. It is a disease with neurological and meningoencephalitis symptoms, such as changes in behavior and poor coordination, as well as changes in sleeping patterns, which is how the disease got its name. If the condition is not treated, it can kill. Even though there are no vaccines or medicines to prevent infection, you can protect yourself by wearing neutral-colored clothes, staying out of bushes during the day, and using permethrin-treated gear in more remote areas. 3. Blue-ringed octopus. The blue-ringed octopus, which is about the size of a golf ball and has beautiful blue iridescent rings on its body, is a lot stronger than it looks. This calm animal will attack if it feels threatened. It has a neurotoxin that is 1,000 times stronger than cyanide, and there is no known cure for it. Even if there was, there wouldn't be enough time to give it before the victim dies. The blue-ringed octopus bite is so painless that you might not even notice it, which makes it even more remarkable how often people share photos and videos with one in their hand. Even if they decide to be nice to the person who touches them, being handled drains the energy of blue-ringed octopus, just as it does for all other animals. This makes it harder for them to stay alive. 2. Mosquito. The common mosquito is the second most dangerous animal in the world. It is even smaller than the tsetse fly, which is the most dangerous animal in the world. We chose this because of how many people died every year from diseases that mosquitoes spread to people. Malaria, chikungunya, encephalitis, elephantiasis, yellow fever, dengue fever, West Nile virus, and the Zika virus are spread by annoying insects, mostly from the genera Aedes, Anopheles, and Culex. Each year, these diseases affect an estimated 700 million people and kill about 725,000. The World Health Organization says that more than half of the world's people are at risk for diseases that are spread by mosquitoes. Since pests are attracted to our body temperatures and the CO2 we breathe out, the best way to avoid getting sick is to use insect repellents. 1. Humans. Surprised? We're animals too. And since we've been killing each other for 10,000 years in wars, have killed between 150 million and 1 billion people. And that was 10 years ago. It's obvious that we're at the top of the list. From gun violence to terrorist attacks around the world, we hurt each other at a very high rate for no reason. We also hurt other animals. For starters, think about global warming, the destruction of forests and coral reefs, and too many tourists. We are the most dangerous animal in the world because we pose a threat to so many other species, act irrationally a lot of the time, and have the power to destroy the whole planet with horrifying weapons like nuclear bombs and superbugs made from genetic engineering. So that's it for today. We hope you enjoyed the video. Tell us what you think about the video in the comments section below. Also, make sure to subscribe to our channel and click the bell button to get updates when we post new videos.